So welcome back to the channel. Today we will be changing the third brake light on this BMW E93. As you can see, mine is broken and cracked. So this is the new one. It's a straight replacement, a direct plug and play, 3 bolts on the back and a plug for the lighting connector. So to begin with, we'll need to remove this trim lining from the tailgate. To do that, we'll need to start by removing these trim clips. The easiest way to do it is separate the 2 plates. I normally do that by pushing in a flathead screwdriver and twisting it to the side. Or you can just pull really hard like that and force it out. This is what it looks like once it's open. So I'm going to continue removing these trim lining clips. There are some more down here that I don't think you'll have to remove to get to what we want to get to, but I'll explain that a bit later. What you will have to remove though are these 2 T20 torque screws in the handle. I also removed these 2 panels on either side. I don't know if you actually have to remove them, I just did. But they make getting out the trim lining a bit easier, so remove them if you need to. So pulled out these 2 screws now in addition to the trim clips. So once you've pulled out enough trim clips, the main objective is to be able to fold this piece of trim down far enough so that you can access the third brake light at the top there. So there's 1, 2 and 3 screws that you need to access. So once you locate those 3 access points, you need to pull these 3 bolts and springs off each screw. And then just going back up, you can see, so I've removed the springs and the bolts off of each one of these screws here. So once those bolts were removed from those screws, I tried to push the light through, but that was pretty much impossible. I used a trim remover tool to try and pry it out, but I just started to get a bit concerned that I would scratch the paintwork. So I stopped with that. It turns out though that the seal was just really stuck, so I had to push it really hard from the other side. But once I did that, it was actually really easy to pull it out, as you can see. So yeah, just push it from the other side, and now you can see the light has been removed. It's a bit dirty around the edge, so I'm just going to clean that. So just cleaned it with some window spray, and now I'm just going to pull out the light connector. So I've plugged the light connector into my new light, and I'm just going to try and test it out to make sure it works. And yep, all of the LEDs are on, so it looks good. So I'm just going to push it in now, place the 3 screws into the 3 holes, and as you can see, there's a seal that the light comes with. So just to make sure, just going to make sure that that's on while we're pushing this in. So the light is in, the springs and the screws are on. It still sits out quite far from the body, but I'm guessing this is why the springs are there. Maybe over time it will pull it in, I'm not too sure. If you know, let me know in the comments. But looking at the light, it all looks good. All of the LEDs are working, and I would say that's a pretty successful replacement. So if you found this helpful, please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more.